Alright YouTube, so this is my first video on this channel, Nuke 5150. I'm Nuke and I'm also Kai's dad, and I am a car enthusiast. This is my passion. I've loved cars, I've enjoyed cars. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always been interested in cars. I rebuilt my first car when I was 14. I learned how to work on them when I was 14, and I've just been a huge enthusiast of the car community for many years. Above all, I'm Kai's dad, and I love being his dad. I love that aspect of life. I'm really enjoying that. Being a dad is great. I decided that I would like to start a car enthusiast channel because I also enjoy cars, and cars are one of my passions, and this is something that I've been trying to get started for a long time. So I've had lots of cars, and I'm going to be putting up lots of car videos on this channel and just things that I enjoy doing with the automotive industry. It'll be some reviews, it'll be some stuff that I do, but just, just some car related enthusiast stuff that I really enjoy and that I have a passion for. And I've been trying to start this for a while. I haven't had the opportunity to, but I just figured I gotta jump in, I gotta do it, so I'm gonna start with this. A while back, I was interested in getting a vehicle that I could just use for around town and something that I could easily get in and out of. I didn't have to worry about warming up too much. I didn't have to worry about doing a lot of maintenance with. I didn't have to worry about a whole lot of stuff, but I wanted a few things. Obviously, I'm a dad. It has to be safe. That is the very first thing. The most important thing is it has to be safe. If it's not safe, it's not going to be great, because I got Kai. I got to make sure that he's going to be safe riding around, and I also got to make sure that he's going to be comfortable. So the second thing is it had to have air conditioning and heating, and that also goes back to the first one. It has to be safe. If he gets too hot, he's not going to be good. If it gets too cold, it's not going to be good, and he's not going to be safe, and I wouldn't be doing my part as dad. So I had to have those things, and I personally would like to have those things too. Remember, this car is not a necessity. It's just something I kind of thought about getting. A little electric golf cart, if you will. Where I live, it gets hot, and I like air conditioning. And I also have Kai, and Kai wouldn't do well if it didn't have air conditioning either. Neither would Mama. I was looking for something with air conditioning, and I wanted it to be able to get me around town and do my daily activities, but be able to go other places if I needed to have another vehicle in the house. I saw somebody driving one of these, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, but it didn't have any doors, and it didn't have any air conditioning or heating. I thought to myself, well, I don't know if that's going to work. But I did decide to look it up, and this is what I found out. You can build one. They're called a gem, and you can get one in 2 seats called the E2. You can also get one in 4 seats called an E4. So I would get an E4 because I would have to carry Kai around, and it would be something that I would need. It only goes 35 miles an hour maximum, which isn't bad if you needed to get around town and that's all you need to do. But if you wanted to go anywhere else, you wanted to hop on the freeway, go the next city over, or maybe even go to the next Target down the way, you're not going to be able to do that. That was a bit of a downside for me. But I figured I would entertain it, look more into it. And then I looked up how much do they cost. About $23,000 for a new one? Wow, that is a lot more expensive than I was planning on, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this project. I just wanted to get something that would get me around town, give me air conditioning, give me heating, basically an electric golf cart with doors and air conditioning. And that E4 thing was as close as I felt like I could get with an actual golf cart. Then I looked into automotive and vehicles themselves, and what could I find? Well, they had Teslas, they had BMWs, they had Mini Coopers, they had all kinds of cars, but they were very expensive. What did I end up looking up? The Nissan Leaf, one of the very first production electric vehicles on the market. Now, they have significant range degradation, which means you can't go very far on a full charge. And they're also one of the very first electric cars, so the battery technology isn't great, but they had pretty much all the criteria that I was looking for. They could go enough to get me around town. They had air conditioning. They had heating. They charge fairly quickly, and there's chargers out there in the wild, so I could go to a place, find a charger, charge it up while I was shopping or doing my daily activity, and put a charge in it, and then get around town and do all the activities, adventure, whatever I needed to do. Especially with dropping Kai off at school. you know, not too far away, but it would be nice to just be able to get up, get in the car, and go. Now, I've owned a few electric cars in the past. I did remember how amazing it was to be able to have just that regular luxury of getting in, going, not having to worry about warming it up, filling it up at the gas station. It was great. For that aspect, electric vehicles were awesome. And driving them is just, it's very simple. You get in and you go. There's significantly less maintenance. There's no gas to worry about. There's not really any oil changes aside from, of course, the gearboxes and other things, but those are very few and far between. They're not like every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, and you don't have to be doing a lot with that. Oil changes are really a thing of the past for this car. I was pretty excited about that. And then I searched, how much is a Nissan Leaf? New ones were about 28,000. Well, today, new ones are 28,000. And new gems are 23,000. So, for not much more money, you could have an entire vehicle you could get around everywhere. You still have to pay insurance and registration on these vehicles, so you're not getting off on not having that with one of these little electric golf carts that are street legal. So then I looked at the used market. How much could you get a Gem E4 in the used market? Well, they're like 9,000, 10,000, and you could get a Leaf for like 3,000. Now, it doesn't go very far, granted, but it has air conditioning, it has heating, it's safe because it has airbags and all that technology. It has 4 seats, 4 doors, a safe place to put the car seat, and all the latch and anchor systems for the car seat. So bringing Kai along would be important because at this time Kai was about 4 years old when I was considering this. At that point I felt like the Leaf was going to be it. That was going to be it. So I started searching and I found somebody selling one. They were kind of far away though. They were over 50 miles away from my house. Almost 60. And this car only clocked about 50 miles on the range, which means that I would either have to trailer it home or find some charging stations along the way and stop and charge it. The good thing is this car that I found has quick charging capabilities, CHAdeMO capabilities, which is a Nissan quick charging port. Unfortunately, there aren't a whole lot of CHAdeMOs between where I live and where I was going to pick it up. There was maybe 2, and they were few and far between, and I didn't know much about them. But I searched them up, I found them in case I needed to do that. I decided that I would just go ahead and trailer it home, because that'd be the easy way. Just put it on the trailer, take Kai and Mama with me, and then go and check out the Christmas lights, because this is around Christmas time, and we like to go look at Christmas lights. So that was the plan of attack. I made an appointment with the guy, I loaded up the trailer, and we went to go pick it up. There it is. There's the new to me electric vehicle. Woo! Got a truck or trailer. What do you think, Kai? Yeah, is it pretty sweet? Even though it's black? I know. We're not fans of black cars, but for some reason we always get a deal on the black ones. All right, so we got the blowout there, and what I gotta do is change the front tire to the back tire so that they can support the weight of the trailer, and then hopefully it will raise the trailer up so we can get it home. We're gonna drive the Leaf as far as we can go and then find a charger, hopefully. We're gonna change that tire real quick from the front to the back and then go from there. All right, so we made it to a charging station along the way home. It's an EVgo station. The card reader wasn't working, but we signed up for the app and it seems like it's working now. Truck and trailer is limping along on the way home, but seems like everything's gonna be okay. Worked out all right. We'll get another video when we home. God, it's cold outside. There it is on the charger. It's very first charge at a EVgo CHAdeMO station. So that's kind of cool. There it is, charging. We made it here with 0 miles flashing and 1 bar, actually no bars. We now have 1 bar. Experience was driving the Leaf for the first time. How was the first experience of the Leaf?
Not good.
Not good? Why not? You're smiling, so it must not have been too bad. There it is, it's charging. It says battery level very low. You gotta admit, it was a little bit fun. No? All right, so we got done charging. There she goes. That took forever. It took about 30 minutes to charge the car. Actually, more like 40 minutes, but I guess it was down pretty low. It only got to 80% and then stopped. Must be some kind of setting or something in there that tells it to stop. EVgo chargers are super expensive too. That's another thing. It was like 15, it was almost 15 bucks to charge that thing from well, basically 0% to 80%. So that's kind of expensive here at an EVgo station. I don't know if they're all the same. This is the first time we've ever used a EVgo. And normally I use ChargePoint or Tesla superchargers when I was charging the cars in the past, the electric cars I had in the past. So that's definitely something different for sure. It's okay though, because in an emergency, it was here and now we can get home. So I'm gonna get in the truck and take it home as well. Hopefully we don't have any more problems. Any more tires go on the trailer, we're in trouble. Here we go. All right, YouTube, after that experience there, that was something crazy. I never thought that would happen. My wife was not happy, and this was definitely a bad experience for all of us. We didn't end up going to see a Christmas lights because we had this issue happen. It took us a lot longer to get home, and she was super concerned she wasn't going to make it to the charger, and it was just this very, very interesting experience picking this up. Hopefully, on the days to come and the years to come, the Leaf doesn't turn out to be a problem car, especially after this situation. Stay tuned on the channel, see how it goes. I will be updating with more things on the Leaf in the future and more car stuff that I do. If you guys are wondering, God, is this really a car enthusiast? He just bought a Nissan Leaf. Stay tuned and see how it goes on the channel. Let's see what kind of fun stuff we can get into with anything related to automotive, motorcycles, and all that fun stuff. I like to do all that stuff. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are enjoying what you enjoy doing, and I will see you guys a little bit later on the channel.